All right, I'm gonna hit the intro first try this time. All right, watch this. Watch this.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Hyperdash podcast, where two friends hang out, tell stories, and talk about video games. I'm Eddie.
And I'm Josh.
This week, oh, I messed it up. But I mean, I hit the first part correctly.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Lush Caves.
Dude.
Why are we in the Lush Caves?
I mean, okay. If you look a little bit outside, right? The hecking, what is it? Town hall, right? That's just like chilling. I don't know. We dug this out a couple weeks ago and never used it. It was like, okay, even before we started recording, we had to like clean up the whole entire space. It was painful, but I don't know. I'm glad to be here. It's a lot more open and not as cramped. So
I mean, there's like a vine that's sticking in my face. So
Shut up.
I mean, well, wait, these berries are really good. Sorry, that's gonna be. Good luck editing that, by the way, because.
That's fine. That's fine.
Anyways, Josh, would you rather have a rewind button for your life or a pause button for the world around you?
So when I pause the world, does I don't pause, right?
Yeah. So if you ever watch JoJo season 3
I
or
have
like
not.
part 4, I guess.
I have
Okay,
not.
never mind. But it's comparable to Dio's. Oh, well, I can't spoil it. Well, I mean, the show's been out for like 10 years. Anyways, it's like you pause time, but you can still move through time. So like, I don't know. I guess it's comparable to moving at such a fast speed that everything seems like a standstill around you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like you actually it comes to a complete stop though, you know?
So it's either that or I rewind my perspective or just rewind like all of.
Oh, I wonder if it could be like a tracer recall, you know? Or if it's just literally rewind time, except, I mean, if you rewind time,
You rewind
what if you
everything,
make
right?
the
But if
same
it's like
decision?
a tracer recall,
Yeah. Then you only
Then-
rewind
yourself.
like yourself. Do you also rewind things that you affected? Because it like Tracer's recall works differently in game than it does in the cinematic. Because in the cinematic, she rewinds everything, but she gains information. Like, remember that part in the cinematic where oh god, I'm going into like Overwatch lore that's not like relatable to many people, but like let's say I trip over something, right? If I rewind time,
Yeah.
am I going to know that there's something there because I tripped over it already and I have that information? Or is it also going to rewind the fact that I learned that information and therefore I might trip over that thing again? You know, that's the
I
big
see.
question, you know, because one is powerful and the other one is less powerful, you know? So,
Yeah.
and a pause button for the world is like, you could just pause it forever. You could just like, you're kind of immortal, you know? I mean,
Imagine
it wouldn't
dying
be,
when you
like-
paused.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like even if you died when you paused, the only reason I could like, I don't know, you bump into something sharp, but then you don't die because you don't bleed or anything because time is paused. So you could just like use the paused time to fix yourself up before you like unpause it, you know? Like
You can like
interesting.
wait, okay. If you pause it and then you die, right? Does it stay paused?
You mean like literally the
you
universe
just, like,
would
don't
just
have
like the
you just-
entire universe would just
yeah,
halt.
because you're the only one with that like that power, right? The ability to pause.
I mean, if you die, then I think time would just unpause when you die. I also imagine if you held that kind of power that like when you died, it would be like one of those scenes in movies where like there's a huge just explosion of energy like just coming from your body or something. That's what I imagine. If you
I see.
held that kind of power, I don't know.
Mm.
See, I want to spoil a Marvel movie where something like that happens, but that one's too soon to spoil, I think.
Too soon. What?
Yeah, it's the second Doctor Strange movie, the Multiverse of Madness one.
Ah,
Someone
cool.
explodes with power. I'm not gonna say who.
it was Aquaman.
That was the guy. That was the guy.
Yeah. Okay. I think I would be able to like rewind time, but you still like maintain the knowledge, since like starting the rewind. That makes sense.
Yeah. I get that. And I think personally, I might actually lean more toward the pause button
Why?
because I feel like the rewind button is reactionary. You do it in reaction to something. Oh, I messed it up. I'm going to rewind it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The pause button is proactionary. Is that even a word?
I don't know, but let's go with it.
You prevent the things from happening before they happen. Like you prevent things from happening during the stopped time.
Mm-hmm.
So it requires more forward thinking, but I feel like right now I'm equipped to do that, especially because I'm in college and I have to do that. I mean, not stop time. I mean, like, just think ahead.
I just casually stop time. I'm taking a test. Stop time, easy.
Well, what's your would you rather question for me?
Would you rather? Oh wait, hold on. I should probably preface with: have you read the book Scythe?
Scythe?
Yeah.
I can have ChatGPT summarize it for me, which is about just as good as reading it.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
Ah, yes. Scythe explores themes of morality, power, and the consequences of technological advancements. I see.
You do see and read. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
In what was it, like 20-ish, 30-ish seconds?
Yeah.
Can't believe you understood
And to the
that.
listeners, it was instant.
Wow.
It's almost as if this is edited.
What?
I know. It took me a second to like let that sink in.
Our voices aren't real.
Wait, can you actually let that sink in though? It's knocking at the door.
Oh shoot.
Be courteous to, yeah.
Yeah. Can you get it? My legs aren't working. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no, I got it.
Open the door.
Anyways, what is your would you rather question?
So, you've read Scythe. Do you know 1984 by George Orwell?
I do know 1984.
Orwell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that one.
Okay. So, like, you know how whatchamacallit, the regime, the totalitarian regime, and how it wants to
Yes.
make this utopia.
In 1984
Yeah.
or
It-
in
it-
Scythe?
In 1984, it wants to make like this perfect world.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it is dystopian, but there's no
It is
utopia element to it.
Well,
I think it's just
the end goal for
the
regime?
controlling state that controls everything fabricated a war. Oh, I'm
That
spoiling it. I'm kidding.
Regardless.
No, but their aim isn't to create a perfect world. It's to create a controlled world.
Pretty much, would you rather live in a dystopian society with no rules and with freedom, or would you rather live in a like utopian society with like strict rules, but
Dystopian, I feel.
dystopian?
Because like I could be out here like flaunting my rights and no one else can do anything about it. But I mean, in the utopia, all I'm feeling is jealousy, like 24/7, 365, because I'm seeing everyone around me being able to do these things, and I can't do any of them. Whereas in a dystopia, I mean, I guess I would kind of feel guilty for like, indulging in my rights when other people don't have them, but at least I have the rights. And, to be selfish in that case, I think is best because, I don't know. It's like, would you rather have jealousy or guilt weigh you down? And I think I'd rather it be guilt because,
Think guilt is
yeah.
easier to deal with than jealousy?
For me, I think that differs from person to person. That's actually a deep question.
Which one is easier to process? I mean, for me, I think jealousy is a lot easier to deal with.
I mean, yeah, I think for me, I grew up with like feeling slightly jealous in some ways, and I guess I just don't want to relive that. So
that's fair. But like when you also live in like that dystopian society and stuff, right? It's not only that you have your your more freedoms than those in a utopian society, but it's like how many of those people living in that dystopian society with you, how many of them would use their freedoms for bad? And like, because
So,
I would imagine you're
yeah.
living in not only with freedom, but you're also living in a little bit of fear as well, because you're not as like protected or safe. There's not as many.
But I mean, if it's a utopia, the very definition of a utopia that it's perfect and that you don't have to deal with any like negative emotions. I mean that's just what I suppose.
I think so. I think that's what it means. But again, it's I mean, yeah, it's a would you rather for a reason, right? You gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine it differs from person to person. I think for me though, I mean, yeah, I think I would go with Utopia, but that's just me.
I see. Well, it's interesting. We both disagreed on this week's Would You Rather questions with the other person.
Weird. Just kidding. It's not weird. Disagreeing with you was fun. Anyway,
On to the quick bits. That's what we're calling our little quick bits.
wait. All right, listen to my water. Ready? Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm. That is
Some delicious water.
Do you want me to edit that out or leave that in? Just kidding. It was a trick question. I'm leaving it in anyways.
Okay, heck yeah.
Anyways, I think like yesterday or 2 days ago, I don't know, time is melting together. I went to go see the Barbie movie, and it was absolutely fucking. It was incredible. Undercooked. Whoa. Sorry.
Sorry. It's another dude on my left.
But it surpassed all of my expectations. I didn't really have any expectations going in. I've heard that it was pretty good. It's rated like 8.7 on IDMB. Which, by the way, I was streaming one day and I was talking about how good the Barbie movie was. And I was like, this is a really good movie. I believe it's like rated 9 point something on IDMB. And chat had the audacity to call me. No, okay, I'm just kidding. I was wrong, but like, you don't have to go out and nitpick like that. It's actually 8 point something stars. It's still really good. Oh yeah, and by the way, like little shameless self-promotion. Yeah, I do stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Go check me out in the links in the description below. But it was fun. It like it satirically criticized gender roles, but like without hurting anyone, really. It was just a fun movie. Like just good.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't childish at all. It had great jokes. I really liked it. So I know we talked at some point about Barbenheimer. It was either last week or the week before. And so I went to go see Barbie.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. I don't know if we're going to see Oppenheimer.
What's up next? You don't know if you're going to see it?
I mean, unless it's with other people, then I wouldn't just watch it alone. Just because I feel like I could climb in Overwatch slightly, improve my Kiriko gameplay with that, 4 hours that it'll takes. Like, I don't know. It's 3 hours about like a dude who happened to invent nukes or something. I mean, wouldn't it be cool if he invented something silly and, fun, like
then
spinning tops or
spinning
gravity?
Tops? You think they'd make a movie for a guy who made spinning tops?
Or wheelchairs or something.
What? I don't know. I'm still yet to watch both movies, so
definitely watch Barbie first, and then watch Oppenheimer. Actually, no, you want to end on a good note, so watch Oppenheimer first, and then watch Barbie. I think one time we talked about the song "Supermassive Black Hole" by Muse, and I was just going on about how awesome I think that song is, and I was just going on about how catchy it is. Wait, what?
I remember, yeah.
Oh, and the song of the week now. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to have a new song to bring to the table every week.
Okay.
I mean, I just listened to this a dozen times when I first heard it, but it's actually from more than that. I want to say more than that. It's called Dance the Night by Dua Lipa. And it is actually part of the soundtrack of the Barbie movie. And it is, I mean, if you ever listen to Dua Lipa music, it's another classic Dua Lipa song. If you told me that it wasn't from the Barbie movie, I'd believe you because it's just a classic Dua Lipa song. It just happened to be part of the soundtrack of the Barbie movie. And it is so catchy. I mean, I think part of the catchiness of Dua Lipa is a funky bass line, which is present in pretty much all of her songs, I think. And I don't know, like, go take a listen because it's just really, really, really catchy.
Okay, I won't lie. I hear the bass. I see what you mean now. Oh my god. No, remember
oh
when
my God,
Levitating
though?
came out?
Yeah. No, the bass goes like bom 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 ba da 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 bom bom. Like that's the funky thing about it that just makes it so catchy. I don't know, like
It's so
just
cool.
how it be.
It's weird that okay, I don't listen to much Dua Lipa, but just like the differences, or I mean, sorry, the similarities that I mean I can kind of tell from just like Levitating and then this one. I don't know. It's that I guess Dua Lipa style. I guess I haven't really dove into yet. I don't
I
know.
get that.
Maybe I listen to it more. Okay, singers.
Eddie.
I have
Saucy,
a Quebin.
saucy.
I have a Quebin.
Questione.
No. Just simply a Quebin.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to B&H?
Yes, I have.
Really?
To the New York one, actually.
Actually,
Wait, are you about to talk about the New York one?
no. But I
Oh.
was just gonna say that I have never been to a B&H before, and I watched a video a couple days ago about this guy going to B&H, and dude, it looks so cool. It's like, oh, wait. So you said you've been to the New York B&H?
We didn't like buy much stuff there.
Well, that's
I
funny.
think.
It's like everything there is like
'Cause,
hella expensive,
I don't know.
right?
Well, electronics in general are quite expensive, but if my dad ever buys cameras and stuff, B&H is a good place, but I think he honestly just buys them online and then gets them delivered.
Lame.
I mean,
I'm
he could
kidding.
even buy them from B&H online. He just never goes to B&H in person, I think.
Oh no.
I mean, the one in New York has the freaking conveyor belt on the
Yeah,
ceiling.
dude.
Like,
it's
dude,
so
it's
cool.
straight out of the Create sorry, I mentioned it.
I want to go there so badly, man. You don't understand. Same with IKEA.
IKEA. You've never been to IKEA?
No,
their
I
furniture
have.
sucks. Booty.
What?
Hot booty.
Really?
It's not sturdy. It's not meant to be sturdy. Okay, maybe I'm just like throwing stuff around like a bowl in a china shop. But anything IKEA doesn't last. Screws will come loose. Like anything that, endures heavy use. Like if it's a cabinet, I'm not like, but if it's a desk, I wouldn't trust it. Or so I've
That's
heard.
probably not. But like, I don't know. I the last time I went to IKEA was so long. It was when I was little. My parents, we went. I remember we built this like pretty big cabinet that we still have today. But like, I don't know. I want to just explore because like, I watched a video of some people going to IKEA, going to B&H, and it just looks so hecking cool, and I want to go. And it's like at a hecking amusement park or something. And
It's like an amusement park of
just things,
things,
cool things.
possessions,
And they're all in hecking
earthly
Sweden.
possessions. Wait, both are in Sweden?
Sweden speak
I love Swiss people.
Swiss cheese. Sweden
Mercy's from
cheese.
Switzerland. Lindt makes some great, Lindt is fantastic Swiss chocolate. I mean, I can't tell the difference. I mean, no, of course I can tell the difference. I'm a chocolate connoisseur, but it's some great Swiss chocolate. I like to get some
chocolate.
authentic chocolate from around the world. I mean, it'd probably
Authentic
be
chocolate.
expensive as hell,
Yeah,
know.
probably.
but I don't know, not the stuff that they sell in the grocery stores, but the good stuff.
The goods.
You know.
Okay, well, like the difference is what? The animals are native, what, to the country, I guess?
No, it's the procedures that they use to make the chocolate and the
Ah.
spices that they put into it, probably.
I see.
Maybe it could even be like the climate there, like the humidity and the altitude that'll like slightly affect the way that
Well,
the
of course you
cocoa
would-
like
you would
does
notice,
things or
right?
something.
You would notice because you're.
I think you'd notice
chocolate
more the
connoisseur, right?
spices. Well, yeah, of course I'd notice, but I think, you know, the average person who's not, you know, very good at tasting chocolate,
Yeah.
those people, they would only notice things like taste,
I notice it's
texture,
it's
moisture,
well, I think everyone can
humidity,
notice their texture.
age. Not the chocolate weebs, not the chocolate noobs. Like, go ahead, stick with your Ghirardelli starters chocolate, beginners chocolate. I want the beans poured directly into my mouth, and then the cocoa butter poured directly into my mouth, and the sugar covering my face. And what else do they
We're
add?
a little. This is getting a little sus. I won't lie.
Don't you? Okay, it's only sus because you made it sus. It's, you're the one that took it out of context.
What? No, it's not.
Ain't
It's
no-
totally in context. I'm just saying, when you want it spread all over your face, I like.
You're making.
Well, what do you want me to say, man? I don't know. I'm just speaking my mind, man.
And I was speaking mine.
Yeah. So listen, if you want it, I'm not stopping you. Okay, you get it. You go
Sugar,
and slay the
sugar,
day. You go and
turbinado
slay
cane
the
sugar,
day.
cocoa sugar.
Have you ever tried making authentic your own chocolate?
I think that would require a machine. No. Actually, it doesn't require hard machinery. I forgot about that. You can. I think I've seen a video where you can make it in your own kitchen.
I remember watching like a Nile Blue video or something of him just trying to make chocolate.
Okay, he also tried to make like the purest chocolate chip cookie, and it tasted like ass. So, did you see that one?
Yeah, his videos are quite interesting. I won't lie.
I bet he knows how to cook meth. He's just like withholding that information. Like, I'm
Dude,
fairly
he
certain
probably
every
does.
single chemistry teacher knows how to cook meth. They just hold back on that. I've heard that it's like really easy to make. I bet like most chemistry majors will eventually figure out how to make meth. I mean, like, how else are you supposed to pay for college anyways?
True. Oh my
Maybe
gosh,
that's why I
my
should become a chem major.
my hecking 7th grade chemistry teacher can cook. Are they bald and have cancer? Question mark. And are their initials WHW?
My name is Walter Hardwell White. I live at 1167 Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yes, I forgot the street name.
And I love
Chocolate in my mouth.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, chocolate. Not nothing more, nothing less. Just chocolate. How's your clarinet and guitar going?
I'm not gonna lie, I'd like to be playing the clarinet a little bit more than I have. I had that one performance at my little early college talent show, and that ended up going really well.
Ooh.
Also, I happened to be wearing my Kiriko hoodie at the time, like during the
Okay,
performance. So
that's-
I don't know if
that's
the two are
just-
connected,
No,
but I'm
no,
fairly
they're not,
certain that the
no.
kitsune guided me.
I'm
like,
fairly certain
90
that
Like, can it possibly be a coincidence?
it
I
made you
don't think
worse.
so.
It made you worse. You would have never.
I've
reached
literally never performed that
your-
well before.
Your full potential if you didn't have
Like,
it.
I would have messed up if the kitsune
I
were not
disagree.
guiding me.
I disagree.
Look
you're
at that
telling
perfect
me-
grammar. Look at that perfect grammar. Like, what a perfect conditional. I would have messed up if the kitsune were not guiding me. Sorry. Perfect,
was-
like, conditional sentence. Sorry. Just had to analyze it right there. Like,
Conditional sen- What does that mean?
it's if you learn Latin, then you'll learn like conditional things. Like if blank 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 blank. Like for example, right? In the present, it would be if you.
Sorry. I've been a little tired today. Took a nap or two. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
And as for the guitar, I found a lot more
Oh, shit, wait, I
motivation.
even talking about Latin. Oops, my bad. My fault. My bad.
I think in any other situation, I would have messed up on such a hard piece because there's a really fast part. But that's definitely not something that I want to drop. But at the same time, I'm not joining any bands, or at least I don't plan to. But that's always something I can join later. I just want to get down like what college feels like in the first year, so we do that. I think the guitar is a lot easier to just pick up and play, so it is annoying getting it into the different tunings. You got to put together the clarinet. You also have to attach the reed and stuff. The guitar is literally like
okay.
plug
I guess,
in.
Yeah.
I mean, you can leave both laying out, but like, it is really just the path of least resistance. So, yeah. But as for the guitar, I find just a lot more motivation. I mean, I'm learning more songs now, kind of in a simple way. I'm just playing around. Like, I'm learning Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine. That's the super angry, heavy metal sounding one. I also did my English project partly about that. And, yeah, I was talking about like counterculture and stuff. And I learned a song called King for a Day by Pierce the Veil. And it's just like little things like that. I started learning the Freebird solo, but then realized that was super hard.
Yeah.
And just like a bunch of other little things. I tried learning the Colleen Ballinger Apology song chord progression, and it is way harder on guitar than on ukulele. I will tell you that.
Yeesh. I don't know. I before school starts, I need to heckin' pick up violin again, cause I haven't touched my instrument in so long.
Learn something new that you want to learn, I want to learn that one song in the reel. It was Summertime in Venice, I believe. It's a jazzy sounding song. Sounds like it has Italian influence. I mean, Venice. But yeah. I'd like to learn that on the clarinet, just because it's I don't know. I feel like you would serenade someone with that song,
Oh shoot.
And just super calm, peaceful, super easy to learn. I think so. Well, anyways, it's time to get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast. I don't actually have anything, but what about potatoes?
No.
Okay, let's redo that. Anyways, I think it's time to get into the meat and potatoes of today's podcast.
I love
but
meat.
I don't. Anyways, I think it's time to get into the meat and potatoes of today's. Fuck. Oh. Anyways, I think it's time to get into the meat and potatoes of today's podcast, but I don't.
Anyways, college scares me, man. I don't know. It's scary.
Anyways, I think it's time to get into the meat and potatoes of today's podcast.
Did I mention that I like meat?
You like meat, but not potatoes? Why not?
Big juicy meat in my mouth.
Can we put a pin on that? Anyways, this week I don't actually have. Don't worry about it. This week, I know I've usually been rambling on. Like, this is just a time for Eddie to ramble on section, but I don't actually have anything to bring to the table this week. So thank goodness you're saving me, Josh. I mean,
well, I think what I'm about to ask you is gonna require you to ramble on a tiny bit, because as the school year comes up, and this is my junior year of high school, right? Coming up soon. I am now entering that phase of what college do I want to go to? And how apply and stuff of that sort. And as someone who is in a summer college program, as sophisticated as you know, how do you do it? How do you do it?
The applying part or the college
Yeah,
part? Because the two are just wildly different, and I could dedicate
let's start
an
with
entire
applying.
podcast itself to that process. But
Let's start with applying.
okay, so do you want me to go through like the details or like the general?
I can go generally. If I have any questions,
generally?
I'll ask. But I listen. I have limited knowledge of the subject, and I would like to know from someone who has dabbled in the water.
Well, I will tell you that you just want to show your most genuine self, but also show your good self, which means lots of extracurriculars, at least for me. That will help you in case your GPA isn't as good. And it sucks that they attach your value to a number, but like I guess that is a measurement of how academically ready you are. But if you have a good GPA and you also have good extracurriculars, you'll get pretty far. As far as essays go, just write creatively and don't write the classic sob story. At least that's my opinion. Write about something meaningful, even if it's little, as long as it has impact in your life, then, when they read it, it'll be genuine. And between the two of us, I can send you my essays, like all of them. There are at least a dozen, and you
Really?
can read them.
Do you ever like reuse an essay, or do you have to make one for every college you apply to?
Absolutely. Lots of colleges will have a 250 word question that asks why your major, or like why did you choose your major. Some of them will be
Wait.
like 400 words. That's super annoying because you gotta elaborate. Some of them will be like 100 words. Then you have to shorten them. Hey, sounds like a job for ChatGPT. I mean,
What?
but in all seriousness, there is lots of reusing, but also in my case, I had to write a lot because it was unfortunate for me. So yeah.
It's tough because, like, how long did it take you to write said essay? Like, on average.
Oh, each essay would take like 6 to 7 hours of work total, and that also includes distractions.
Okay.
But for me, and I guess I'll just say this confidently, but I was fortunate enough to have a tutor by my side
Mhm.
twice a week, 2 hours each session. So we cranked those essays out.
Gotcha.
But for someone who isn't that fortunate, you have to be a lot more self-sufficient.
Mhm.
Look for example essays online, learn how to creatively write, things like that.
Yeah. Were you ever worried about like the or where you would end up? At least for me, like I find it a little scary that like I could be applying to these, I don't know, 10 colleges, right? Like were you ever scared that it just wouldn't turn out like the way that it has?
For me, I was incredibly nonchalant about it. And that was a surprise to many people, maybe even myself in a way, because I saw all of my peers around me fretting about this and worrying about this, but truly, I just felt very done with it and very relieved from it. Like, I truly just didn't gaff, It's not that I didn't care about my future. I did. But it's just that I didn't worry about it. Because in the end, once I sent out those applications, no amount of worrying can do anything for the outcome. Lots of people will spend lots of emotional energy worrying about the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
You can't affect it at that point. It's already too late.
Yeah.
So I guess I was different from other people in that way. But there was just a lot of hard work that went into the essays and it got really boring. But there was nervousness approaching the time when applications were coming out. Like a week before the decisions came out, that's when I got nervous. Everyone else was worrying like months before. So that's where I would make the distinguishment. But
I see.
I'm happy with where I ended up. I'm just sad that I ended up spending like $1,000 in application fees and ended up going to just the most basic like choice. Not that it's a bad school, it was just like the most basic and obvious choice.
Gotcha. Would
And
you
it
have
was
wanted
fun.
to? I don't know if like go bigger was an option.
Yeah, I mean, I realized that Reach schools, I'm talking, for me, Reach was like Rice University, not the Ivies, didn't apply to a single Ivy. But like right below Ivies, like top 20 schools, I should say, that aren't the Ivies. Which, by the way, no one's happy at an Ivy League school. I'm just gonna be completely real. People go there for the prestige, but it's just a hellish amount of work, so no one's actually ever happy there.
Mm.
I heard this story about a student at Princeton.
Yeah.
They were studying in the library and they were working on a big presentation. And Princeton is known for being competitive, but this student left their laptop alone to go to the bathroom. And by the time that they got back, the presentation was wiped off. It was so competitive that someone from their class had deleted it straight off their laptop.
What?
Yeah. So I know people aren't actually happy there. I mean, that's what I have to say
It's
about the application
very-
process. And as for actually living in college, man, it is so fun. Like I'm not even like going out to parties or anything. I just find it so much more freeing, and maybe that's cuz I grew up in a completely different lifestyle, but being more independent like that is just something that I was so ready for and that I had suppressed for so long. But
Now you're actually getting to like live that.
I'm just so glad now because I've been having fun and meeting new people, and they're all very wonderful.
That sounds like fun, yeah.
I mean, you filter out the haters, but I did that, and then it was all good.
Are there haters?
There are. You'll soon learn that they're not haters. When I say haters, I mean like people you just don't want to associate with.
That's fair.
So, I mean, in general, college life is a lot more independence, and you will find that if you haven't been doing your laundry and doing your dishes and managing your money and things like that, you'll either quickly learn to do that or you won't learn to do that, and you just will be living suboptimally.
And you will
Like if I
die.
like for example, if I see you at the vending machines, I just know you're not making the right financial decisions, because if you get a bag of Doritos for $1.85, which is what they sell for at our vending machines, like
Yeah.
just buy them in bulk at Target. Like buy a big ass bag of Doritos, and that
Portion.
will get you more Dorito for a lot less money. Or like people will buy drinks when you can get a 12 pack for
$6.
less than half the price. I mean, I get it that it's the convenience of vending machines. Like it's already refrigerated for you. It's right there for you. You have choices, but the money that you save by just thinking ahead and being like, I think I'll be in the mood for Doritos, and you buy a big party-sized bag of Doritos, or you buy one of those mixes, like several small bags.
Oh, it's like a box, right?
Yeah. Like a box, and there's just a bunch of individually wrapped bags, and it's just a mix. Or you buy your own soda and you put it in your mini fridge. I don't know. I think I'm one of the only people that haven't used the vending machines yet, because feels like
I mean, I can
flushing
imagine all
the
the money
money.
that you'd save.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that it's just the little things, you know? Like if I buy snacks in bulk and I don't buy the vending machines, I could save $10 to $15 per month. And that's like, I don't know, 5 laptop stickers if I wanted to, which is like what I spent a lot of my
Okay.
money on. So, I mean,
Okay.
like a penny saved is a penny earned, and now you can have Kiriko eating a donut on your laptop if you want, which is
yeah.
what I have. Yeah. And if you do that for a couple of months, maybe you could even buy an authentic Kiriko Kitsune mask from Blizzard.com. Not a sponsor.
Yes.
I have my eyes on that. I'm being so real. I mean, wait. No. No, that was a joke.
You sure?
This is a fantastic time to record the podcast because we are so out of pocket because we're just so brain dead. So the filter is in the distance. It's already gone. We took off the filter, shredded
the filter
it,
is off.
eaten it,
it's off, not on. I can English, I swear.
pooped it back out.
Eat it again.
Whoa. And another thing that's different is definitely the academics. In high school, you'll be sat in classes for like 7, 8 hours. I mean, 6, 7 hours a day. And you'll have a lot less time doing homework. But in college, your classes are going to be like 3, 4 hours of your day. And
Really?
the rest
far
of
apart
that
are they?
time.
Like how far, or like let's say one class is like at 10, right, and it goes to 12. Then you
They're
like
usually
lunch,
not
and
that
then-
long.
Oh really?
Yeah, so when you choose classes, you might have a class that's at 8 a.m. and then you're free until like your 3 p.m. class and then your 4:30 class or something.
Oh dang.
And some people schedule it so that they don't have classes on Friday. Some people schedule it so they don't have class on like Tuesday and Thursday or something. But then they're
There's so
loaded
much
up on Monday, Friday, Wednesday. So
Yeah, there's so much
Monday,
freedom.
Wednesday, Friday.
I guess.
I mean, well, kinda. Once you get into your upper level classes where there's only one section, then you're kind of forced to take that one
Oh.
time. But still, I
Yeah.
mean, like early on in your beginner classes, you'll have flexibility. But don't let that trick you because that work that you would do during class in high school is just shifted now to homework time and study time. You are expected to do a lot more by yourself, which means that some people struggle with that transition because they're not self-sufficient. But eventually, most people learn how to do that.
Do you ever do like a study group kind of thing? Or like do you have a group like that?
I haven't joined a study group yet because I haven't found the need for one yet.
Do you think you'll ever use something like that?
As soon as things start getting tough, and I think I could benefit from one, for sure. But I mean, I think I would prefer actually just going to the professor during their office hours. And besides, you build a connection that way too. But
Yeah.
it'll be a combination of study groups and office hours, and I'll try to attend all the office hours, but that might, get busy, so who knows.
We shall see. We shall see. Then you want
Other
to do
than
outro
that-
now? Oh,
no.
sorry.
Other than that, I mean, the social life is like, yeah, there will be parties, just be careful, I don't know. I mean, I think a lot more people are willing to date as well, so,
I don't know, man.
So, I mean, there's just so many things to juggle, and lots of people will struggle with that, but then they'll discover this really cool thing called Google Calendar, and that will solve all of their problems. Bless you.
I've never used a calendar app. Effectively.
Nope. Wrong. You must
Oh,
right
shit.
now.
Am
I
I not agreeing with your take?
I would recommend
Ow.
learning.
Sorry.
I would recommend learning how to use your calendar now so that when you actually need to use it, you'll know.
Well, that's another thing to go on my to-do list for hacking high school. 'Cause yippee high school. Man, I love HS.
Anyways, Josh, what video games have you been playing this week?
Surprisingly, not a lot. The only thing notable, the only thing reasonably like relevant in my mind right now is the hacking. Okay, you played Fortnite Prop Hunt, right?
Yep.
That was fire. That
Wait,
was
it actually?
That was actual like flaming hot, super hot fire.
But I'm
Right.
not a rapper.
You understand, right? That Overwatch's mischief and magic is so unconceivably terrible.
I mean, it's just prop hunt in Overwatch, by the way. But it's Kiriko.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not
Our favorite character.
It's so bad.
The collective unconscious
Kiriko doesn't
Overwatch's
save
community.
it. Genji doesn't save it. It's just terrible. I hate it.
It's like the same setup as
No,
Fortnite,
it's
though.
not. No.
Okay,
No.
how's Fortnite's prop hunt different than Overwatch's?
Because Fortnite is a better game.
You've yeed your last haul with that one.
Listen, I can take my slurp juices and my chug jugs. Okay, you have your Kiriko.
When does Target open tomorrow?
8 a.m. That's gotta be right. It's either that or 7:30. Come on, you know I'm right. You know I'm right. Come on.
Oh,
come on,
8 a.m.
Yes.
Okay, don't you love 8 a.m. Target runs though? Like that.
Yes.
I
It slaps.
slaps.
Yes. Okay. You walk in and then Target is like completely empty. It's just you. Oh wait, and then imagine you walk in with like music playing in your headphones and you're just vibing out alone in Target.
If I'm
Wouldn't that be
alone in
fun?
Target, I technically don't have to pay, right?
Yeah, I guess. But you're not like alone, right?
I guess not.
If I made it so that, then I
What?
wouldn't have to pay.
Okay. Anyways, Josh, how is Overwatch's mischief and magic different than Fortnite's prop hunt?
It's just you don't understand, genius. It's okay, because someone with such a simple mind as you're Kiriko loving, self.
Okay.
Like,
Anyways, thank you all so much for
I
listening
just
to this.
Don't think that you have the mental capacity to understand that Fortnite Prop Hunt is just simply better.
It's just
It's
different
just simply
props. It's the same thing. You
I don't know.
transform into different
it's-
props on a cooldown.
It's just like
You can pin yourself down. You know.
everyone listening agrees with me because you're dumb.
And-
You are a little silly goose.
Hi, dumb. I'm dad.
Anyway,
Anyways, thank you all
guys.
so much for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Hyperdash podcast.
No, that's my life coach advice for you. It's just like don't use the vending machines. Think
Don't
about
use
the
vending
money.
Machines
Think about the
and
money that you
always get your
save.
stuff from Target, Walmart.
No, I mean, if you really wanted to save money, then you'd probably get it from like Lidl or Aldi or something. But Aldi is a 20 or 30-minute bus. No. Aldi is a long bus ride. Like that bus goes on the highway, which is like a big step. I don't know.
You have to pay for public transit. Like,
Actually,
public
it's
transit
free.
isn't like. Oh, really?
It's free. Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, lots of cities will make you pay, but for us, it's free. No,
I
I
was
mean,
just gonna
for
say, I
the
feel
entire
like
community,
compared
not
to-
just for college students. I mean,
Compared to other countries, I feel like public transit is so obsolete in the U.S.
no, our public transit system sucks. You just
Yeah.
doxed us. You told everyone we live in the U.S. Heck.
What? American speaking? Oh, we must live in like hecking Cuba.
Canada. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I just wish that we could have the grinding rails in Fortnite's mega city.
I think that's where we end it.
The Slipstream from Season 7, Chapter 1 of Fortnite Battle Royale, developed in
Ladies
2016.
and gentle bros, I present to you
Or the rideable vines, the slidable, the grindable, I don't know what they're even called. The things you ride, the vines that you ride.
Were Jaegers, aka Eddie, aka
The big
Saucy with
mushrooms,
3 Ys and
the
an
big
underscore at the
mushrooms
end.
that'll make you bounce upward.
Like he goes.
Oh,
and says-
dude, rift to go, rift to go, rift to go.
You know
rift
what
to
the
go.
craziest thing is that
No, listen,
I
but hear
need to
me
deal
out.
with this guy like
Hear me
almost
out.
every day.
Shield mushrooms.
And you can see on the
No,
TV,
but
like right
hear
there,
me
right
out.
there. You see
Hear
on
me
the
out.
TV. That is Jaegers. That is Jaegers on the TV.
Slap juice.
You see this
slap
DM?
juice.
You
slap
see
juice.
this DM?
Infinite sprint.
He
Infinite
talks about
sprint.
Garrigo every day.
Slap juice for
I
infinite sprint.
can't stand it anymore.
I can't take it
calling
anymore.
I am calling for a revolution.
Ah.
For us to stand together as one, so that we are able to take down this oppressive Kiriko.
I'm in the
loving
drive-through
force.
of Burger King.
Like-
Can I please get a double Whopper with onion rings? Make it a meal so I can get a drink. Oh, you stop. You stop talking.
Thank you for listening to the podcast.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Hyperdash podcast. You can, as always, find our socials down in the description. Be sure to check out the Hyperdash YouTube channel because Josh works very hard on editing those videos and the
No, I
thumbnails.
No, I don't.
Compliment him.
Stop
on
lying.
this. If you're
Stop
watching
lying.
on YouTube, please
Stop
compliment
lying.
him. Literally
Stop
write down
This
in the
guy-
comments.
Listen, no, we are fading out as we talk. Like, yes.
Hell no.
You are going to
As
go by.
always.
The music is going to take over our voices. You can't stop. You can't.
As always, thank you for don't wear the blink skin. Let the kitsune guide you and collect the strawberries.
At Burger King. Can I speak at that?